R20 here, and I'm here with a brand new movie review. And this review is going to be for a film released in 1986 starring Tom Cruise, and was supposed to have a sequel coming out in 2020, but we all know it got delayed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So, that film is for none other than Top Gun. Yeah. So, for those of you that probably don't know, first I was actually pretty pumped for the sequel, but then of course, since we all know it got delayed, that was a huge letdown. Yeah, but then but now that Paramount, I think, has figured out a streaming plan, I think we might finally be getting it. So, that being said, what is Top Gun about? Well, before I get into it, the movie stars Tom Cruise, Kelly McGillis, Val Kilmer, Anthony Edwards, and Tom Skerritt, and is directed by Tony Scott, and produced by Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer. The movie is about Maverick, a young and your-face U.S. fighter pilot with a need for speed, a lot to prove, and even more to learn. Forever rank, well, what it is about, well, it's the story of a pilot, Pete Mitchell, codenamed Maverick, who is regarded a dangerous pilot by the Navy. Pete's father disappears in the 1965 Vietnam War, so his father was considered a reckless pilot by everyone. Maverick knows his father was a great pilot and didn't screw up, but there's still a stigma attached to his family name, so Maverick always tries to endeavor very hard when he flies, when he joins the rank of Top Gun. So upon watching the film, well, I consider it a very fine action movie. I mean, it's not a masterpiece by any means, but it's still a very fine flying airplane film, and it's definitely among the few good films of the 80s, and yeah, it's probably one of my favorite Tom Cruise films ever. So, it's big because Top Gun is this film about emotion, passion, and most importantly, Maverick's ego. It shows all the flavor emotions, and it shows desperation of Maverick not to be second. He only has one friend, Goose. Goose is kind of his family, and nobody else really likes Maverick but Goose does. Maverick then doesn't want to risk Goose's job by doing some unnecessary stints in the sky, but his desperation and ego to be better than others due to what happened to his father never listens to him. Tom Cruise actually really pulls off the performance of his life in this film. He's definitely also well complimented by Kelly McGillis, Val Kilmer, and Anthony Edwards. My fed for Top. Watched this look for the first time. I'm actually very glad I did. Before, when Top Gun Maverick was announced, people were like, you need to watch Top Gun. So I finally did, and I actually really like it. Yeah. Sure, I'm not a big fan of Tom Cruise, but this is definitely one very good film. Aerial scenes are very thrilling and perfectly suited to a giant screen, and there's still some awesome action sequences, a very fun and exciting plot, pretty good acting, and an exciting soundtrack that was performed by Harold Faltermeyer. And then now for the bad qualities. Michael Ironside also does a great job as Jester. Unfortunately, he's not as much on screen as one could have hoped. On the weak side performances, there is Val Kilmer. He does kind of a horrible job as the confident and cocky fighter pilot Iceman. I was kind of around the start of his career, but thankfully he does some better stuff since then, especially that movie Heat. If you haven't seen the movie, you should definitely see it if you haven't seen it yet, and if you've already have, you can go ahead and just watch it one more time, especially knowing that Top Gun, the second one, Top Gun Maverick, is coming out. So yeah, check it out. Probably one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies of all time, and here's how I would probably rank it. I am going to give Top Gun an 8.5 out of 10. Well, definitely a good breather from a horror film review, but my next review is for a horror film, guys. I think you can already tell what it's going to be. So, yeah. But anyway, that'll be it for this review. Thank you all for watching, and if you like this and want to see more, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Movie Lover 120.